Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video, I am going to show you how to extract the site owner from a group connected SharePoint site using Power Automate. This is useful when you want to send a automatic alerts to a SharePoint site owner, especially scenario like error logging, approval alert, help desk notification, or system issue alert. So recently I created a IT helpdesk system using Power App, Power Automate and SharePoint as a data source. If you want to know about this IT helpdesk, I will give the video link in the description below. You can check it out. In this application, I am using the SharePoint list as a data source, as you can see here. And here I am maintaining a log list. And this is the log list. Here I am categories like this log is a info or flow error or a power up error. So based on that, I want to send an email to the group owner. For example, if I select this one, you can see the group owner, right, is presented here. All the group owner, I need to send an email. For that one, I need to extract that email and send it to them. Basically, why I need to extract that email? If you know, when you are getting the group owner, it will get a group owner email address, and if you send that email will not go to the Outlook, it will go to the group. But I want that email needs to present in the Outlook inbox. So to do that one, I'll tell you how to extract this group member. For this example, I will not create a automatic cloud flow. I will create a instant cloud flow. So there you can understand how to extract only. If you want how I can handle that when an error log is added in that list, I'm triggering that one. You need to know the how we can add the trigger condition. In the upcoming video, I will make a video based on that one trigger condition. So in this video, I will create a manual trigger flow. To create a manual trigger flow, click on this create button. Then here you can select the instant cloud flow. Here you can give a name. Here I gave like get site owner. Then we need to click this manual trigger a flow. Once you select the trigger, click on this create button. Then that manual trigger is added to this flow. Here is added. That means when someone will manually trigger this flow needs to run. Now the important part is to get the Microsoft 365 group ID from SharePoint site. For a group connected SharePoint site, each site is connected to a Microsoft 365 group. To get the group ID, we will use the SharePoint REST API. Now click on this plus icon, then search send an HTTP. Then here you can see under the SharePoint, it is showing send an HTTP request to a SharePoint. So select this one. Now you need to provide the site address. For in our case, the site address is TSPro helpdesk. Then here we want to get the ID, right? So we will use the get method. Now we need to pass the URI. For the URI, I already added here. You can see you need to add this URI. You can get this URI in the description below. So after that, select this show all option. Then here we need to pass the header. Now I added this one. So I will also give this all this thing in the description below. You can check it out. Now if I publish this whole flow, now what I will do, we will click on test, manual, then test. Basically here I want to check this URL will working correctly or not. It is giving the that group ID or not. Now as you can see our flow runs successfully, and to check that group ID, here you can select that send an HTTP request, and under this output select this show raw output. Then what you need to do, scroll down, you can see here under this one it's giving the group ID, and you must notice this thing, right? This D, and under the D it is showing the group ID. Basically, in the next step, we want this one. Now, what I will do now, we will use this group ID to get the owner of that group. For this, we need to add a send an HTTP request from the Office 365 group connector. So what we need to do, click on this plus icon. Here you can search send an HTTP request v2, and if you scroll down, you can see here Office 365 groups, right? Under that one, you can select this one. Once you will select this one, it will may ask you to signing if you are using new. So I will signing with this one. Now I signed with this connector. Then under this URI, we need to enter the our URI. For that one, I already added the URI as you can see here. I'll this one and paste it here. Here, if you can see, I'm using the graph, right? And if you open the body, you can see under the body, then D. I already show you why I this D. Then the group ID, right? Then what we need to get? We need three things. One is display name, another is mail, and the third one is the user principal name. Then I'll keep this method get and the set, and also I'll keep this container type as application slash JSON. So this Microsoft Graph API call will return all the owner from that Microsoft 365 group. But sometimes the owner object may not return the valid email. So it is a good idea to use either mail or user principal name. Now let me publish this flow, then we'll test it again. It's giving the correct email ID or not. We'll check that one. I triggered that flow and it's run successfully. Now to check that one, click on this send an HTTP request v2, then click on this show raw output. And if you scroll down, here you can see it is giving the display name, mail and user principal name. So it is given, right? And here you need to notice one thing. Whenever we'll add further, it will only show the body. But what we want body slash value, right? Remember this thing. So now this is if I directly use this one, it will give an array. So to solve that one, what we need to do, click on this edit button. Now here click on this plus icon and search select. Then from this data operation connector, select this select action. Then here we need to pass that value. Now here we need to pass that array, right? So what we will do, click on this function icon, expression icon. Then here I am providing this one. This one will give the body. Then we want the value. Then under the then we need to add the question mark. Then value. Then click on this add button. Then here we need to pass the expression. I told you, right? Sometimes that mail is not showing. That's why I want to. If the mail is null, if the mail is empty, then use the user principal name. For that one, we need to pass one expression. Here I already added that expression. I'll copy this expression. And here I'll pass that. I'll provide this expression, right? So it will give the always the email ID, right? So here we need to add another action called join. Then select this join action. Now it is required a array. So click on this dynamic and select this output, not output item. Select the output. Then I want to separate with semicolon, because if you know, we can't share a array to the field, right? So that's why I separate with this semicolon. So now what we'll do, now I'll not send any email to the group owner, because do not want to disturb this group owner. So that what we'll do, we'll click on publish button, and I'll run this flow and show you what is giving this join action things. And also we'll compare the result with the this SharePoint site. So before I run this flow, I want to share one important things. Here we recently completed our Microsoft Power Platform training course. You can check it out. And here we covered all the 5 technologies like Power App, Power Automate, Power BI, Power Pages, and Copilot Studio. You can check it out. And this course have total 17 modules. This course recorded by the Vijay Kumar. He's a Microsoft MVP. You can check it out, the whole course. I will provide this link in the description below. You can check it out. And one thing is, here we recently here we added the discount. If you use this 10 off, then you will get the 10% discount all this course. So you can check it out. Now let's go to the Power Automate and we'll test this flow. Then to test this flow, click on this test button, click on this manual, then test. Then click on this run flow. After that, click on done. Now if I'll scroll down, you can see it here. It is showing the Vijay Kumar, Priti and Asit, and then Harita. These are the 4 members it is showing. Let's go to the site and we'll see how many owners are present here. Now I'll click this one. You can see here Vijay Kumar, Priti Sahu, then you can see the here Asit Das and Harita Irola. These are the 4 group owner present, right? And it is giving the correct result, right? So this way you can get the group owner email address from a SharePoint group connected site. And one important things you need to understand, this method works for a group connected SharePoint site, not classic SharePoint site, right? If your SharePoint site is a classic team site or a communication site without a Microsoft 365 group, then the group ID may be empty. So in that case, what we need to do, we need to get the SharePoint site owner group, right? I'll cover that thing in the upcoming video. Means how we can get the SharePoint site owner email address from a SharePoint site group, not this group connected site. Means not in this Microsoft 365 group. And also make sure this account user who where the Power Automate flow is added has required permission to call the Microsoft Graph and read the group owners. If this permission is not there, maybe this flow will not work, and it will work, but it will not get that value. So that is for this video. Now you understand how dynamically extract the site owner from a group connected SharePoint site using Power Automate. Then after that you can send a alert email. Thank you for watching. If this video helpful you, please like, share and subscribe for more Power App, Power Automate, SharePoint and Microsoft 365 Technologies videos. See you in the next video.